Hi, I'm Krista Jacobson, headmistress of the Buddha Kai, where we teach authentic ninjutsu and classical samurai bujutsu. For those of you guys who don't know what that is, those are the ancient martial arts of the ninja and samurai. Today in this lesson, we're going to be studying philosophy, and we're going to be studying from one of Japan's most famous philosophers, Tempu Nakamura. Now, in this particular lesson today, I'm going to be reading from the book Budo Secrets by John Stephens, okay? And I'm just going to be reading the first 5 lessons. Tempu Nakamura literally has thousands of lessons you guys can read, and his work is absolutely brilliant. I highly recommend you guys read his work. It's really good. Now, to give you a little bit of background on Tempu Nakamura, he was a Japanese martial artist and philosopher. He was the founder of Japanese yoga, so he was the first one to bring yoga to Japan. And he did develop his own system called Shin Shin Toitsudo, which means way of mind-body unification. He did train in various Koru Bujutsu. For those of you guys in the know, you guys know those are the ancient martial arts of the ninja and samurai. So he trained in Jujutsu and Kenjutsu and Iaijutsu. He also trained in Gendai Budo as well, and so he did train in Judo. Now, one day after judo practice, he got into a pretty rough scrap with a person from Kumamoto, and apparently there was some sort of negative thing between him. I'm not for sure. Some people say it was a gang. It was gang related. Some other references that I've seen says it wasn't. Nonetheless, they got into it on the streets, and Tempu Nakamura killed him. And it was legally ruled as self-defense, but at a very young age, he already took someone's life. And at the age of 16, he joined the Imperial Japanese Army, and he served as a covert agent in northern China. So we're talking as a teenager, he's already killed someone, he's already serving in the army as a spy in northern China. So this isn't someone who, they've developed their method of yoga and they're a philosopher and, they don't understand the world of combat. This is someone that's very, very seasoned when it comes to martial arts, being in very violent and aggressive situations, as well as, espionage. So that's one reason why when I read his work, it's very intriguing, because you get to read philosophy from someone who is an experienced martial artist who's been there. He's taken a life. That he's been to that extreme. And he's worked as a spy for the Japanese government. And then you start reading his philosophy, and it just resonates pretty deep from me in the way that I read it. But nonetheless, later in life, he did develop his own form of yoga, Japanese yoga, and he started teaching philosophy on the street corners, right? And he became so revered and loved that everybody in the community just called him sensei. And I think that's a beautiful way of looking at it. Now, in this particular book, again, one more time, Budo Secrets by John Stephens, it gives a little bit of synopsis, a little bit of background on him. I'm going to read that, and then I'm going to read the first 5 lessons from Tempu Nakamura. Now, in between each one of these 5 lessons, I'm going to give you guys a little tidbit and a little bit of my personal insight of each one. Okay? So here we go. Tempu Nakamura, 1876 to 1968, was a popular philosopher who influenced many martial artists, business people, politicians, artists, and writers. After a violent youth, he killed a rival gang leader in self-defense at the age 16 and operated as an espionage agent in northern China. Tempu developed a life-threatening disease at the age of 30. Seeking a cure, Tempu traveled the world and eventually cured himself through yoga. In his mid-40s, Tempu became a spiritual leader, starting out by speaking on street corners. Membership in his association, the Tempu Kai, grew to thousands. Tempu's teachings is simple, direct, and practical. In the very beginning, I said the years where he was born and he died. Again, that's 1876 to 1968. I kind of fumbled the ball a little bit. Wanted to clear that up. So here we go. Lesson number 1. The most important thing for a human being is not what is between his or her ears. It is what is in his or her heart. If the spirit is strong, one can accomplish anything. So, again, one more time. The most important thing for a human being is not what is between his or her ears. It is what is in his or her heart. If the spirit is strong, one can accomplish anything. And it's so true. To me, there's good people, right? There are assholes, and they're non-assholes. That's it. I don't really categorize people in anything other than that. It's just one or the other. And I do recognize sometimes good people do bad things. That's part of life. We all make mistakes. We all make decisions based on the situation that we're in, and sometimes we make bad decisions. So good people do make bad decisions, but nonetheless, there are people out there that are just assholes. There are people who are not assholes. Now, within each particular group, you got people out there that are, you're full of knowledge. So what's between their ears? He's talking about knowledge. What do you know, right? And then he's talking about people who have a good heart, a good spirit. And that's why I'm talking about assholes and not assholes. I mean, granted, there are people out here who have a lot of wisdom, and there are people out there that don't have a lot of wisdom. There are people who have a lot of knowledge and don't have a lot of knowledge. And we're all swayed by that to a certain degree, especially people who are weak-minded. They hear the words from somebody else, or maybe somebody of the opposite sex flirts with them a little bit, and, they tend to go that direction because, they're very attracted or something like that. That's just being weak mentally. But it's not what's between the ears. Just because you hear fancy words, just because you hear really intelligent conversation or big words, I guess is another way of putting it, when they are speaking, does it come from the heart? Are they really truly trying to make you a better person? Are they really truly trying to help you be a better you, inspire you to be better, motivate you to be better? And that, I think, is what he's trying to say here. The most important thing for a human being is not what has been between his or her ears. It's not what's here. It's not your knowledge. It's not learning more information. It is what is in your heart. If your spirit is strong, you can accomplish anything. So this is what I mean by we can be influenced by big words. Do you want to be influenced and get into one group just because they know a lot, or do you want to be surrounded by people who want to help you be better people? And that's actually one of the lessons of the Buddha Dukai. I feel that it's very important for people to surround themselves with people that will motivate you and push you to be a better person, who are good people. If you surround yourself with good people, you're going to be good, right? Chances are you're going to be good. If you surround yourself with assholes, you're going to be an asshole. If you surround yourself with know-it-alls that don't have a good heart, you're going to be a know-it-all that don't have a good heart. You're just going to be an online little hater, right? So I think that in his first lesson is brilliant. The second lesson we're going to read, it says, "You only live once. Keep yourself in the present. The past is gone and the future is unknown." One more time. You only live once. Keep yourself in the present. The past is gone and the future is unknown. I think that is what it is. You can't change the past. We have to live in the present. Are you happy? What are you doing right now? And is what you're doing making you happy? If you're not happy, then why are you doing it? You are the only one responsible for your happiness. So you need to live your life to be happy. Because when your life is done, it's done. If you believe in reincarnation, that's fine. But you're not going to come back in the form that you are, if that's what you believe. Okay? So you only live once. Keep yourself in the present. The past is gone and the future is unknown. The future is going to be indicative of what you do now in the present. You either live your life to be happy, or you don't. That's it. Right? You're either going to be living for you or you're going to be living for someone else. Think about that. Yeah. Number 3, do not try to cut off all of your passions. Passion gives birth to heroic activity. Fulfill your passion, and that will bring you bliss. It's true. Some people are like, well, what do I want to be when I grow up? Do I want to be, an actor, a police officer, a doctor, a lawyer, a firefighter? What do I want to be when I grow up? Well, don't worry about the profession so much. Don't worry about what you want to do with your life. What are you passionate about? If you do what you're passionate about, you will find what it is that you're supposed to do. You will find your purpose through your passion. You will never find your purpose in life through a profession. If you seriously say, God damn, I'm midlife crisis. I need to get a girlfriend. I need to have a baby. I need to have a job. You're going to be miserable because you're living that already. What I just said, that's nothing but a standard that society has created. That's it. Someone has made you to believe that if you're married with a child and a job, you're going to be happy. Do you know people that I know that are married with a child and a job and miserable as fuck? Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I'm married with kids and all that too, but I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? But there are people who have that and they're not happy. So don't think a stereotype is going to make you happy. It's absolutely ridiculous. One more time, I'm going to read that one. Do not try to cut off all of your passions. Passion gives birth to heroic activity. Fulfill your passion and that will bring you bliss. You need to find your purpose in life. okay? Your purpose is not your profession. Your purpose is your passion. Through your passion, you will find your purpose. Number 4, do not think of work, any work, as a duty. If it is a duty, it will become a burden. How do you turn a burden into pleasure? Live respectively, correctly, positively, and boldly. What he's saying in these particular words here is he's saying, do not think of work, anything that you're doing. And it doesn't matter what you guys are, whether you're a lawyer, a doctor, a carpenter, a janitor, a stripper, an escort. I don't really care what you do. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. So it's not the job. Don't think of your job as this burden or this duty. Think of, what do you have the job for? Sometimes action, your job, the ends justifies the means. Is that the job that you need to put food on the table? That's what you think about. I'm going to this job not because it's a bullshit job. I'm going to that job because this job today is going to keep the lights on for my kids. This job today is going to pay the car payment for my wife's car. This job today is going to put food on the table for me and my family. So if you think about it in a positive sense, I'm doing this, and you're giving what you're doing worth, you will be happy. But if you go and say, God damn, I'm a fucking janitor, my life sucks, this sucks. Well, of course it's going to suck. You've already approached the day that it sucks. You have to start out with a positive mentality. Give your action worth. Why are you doing it? Right? And if what you're doing doesn't make you happy, the end result has to. And if the end result ain't making you happy, then what the fuck are you doing it for, right? So one more time with that lesson. Do not think of work, any work, as duty. If it is a duty, it will become a burden. How do you turn a burden into pleasure? Live respectively, correctly, positively, and boldly. Think about why you have that job and what that job takes care of. And that'll give you a little bit more, motivation to attack the day. The last lesson today that we're going to look at is this one. When you rise in the morning, greet the day with vigor. During the day, refrain from thinking or saying, I'm confused, I'm weak, I'm sad, I need help. At night, before you sleep, release all thoughts of sadness, anger, or irritation. Think of pleasant things. When you wake up in the morning, be aggressive. I'm motivated. I want to do this. This is what I'm doing today. This is why I'm doing it. And then when you go to bed with no negative thoughts. You should wake up every day with a clear mind, and you should go to sleep every day with a clear mind. The only people that wake up pissed off are people that don't like where they are in life, and that's their own damn fault. And the only people that go to sleep at night, and they can't because they're all pissed off, is because they're embarrassed and ashamed of the things that they're doing. Again, live with purpose. Follow your passion. If you're not happy, why are you doing what you're doing? We all go to bed pissed off. Release that. Let it go. Wake up every day motivated. This is what I'm doing today. When I do my 8 hours of work, I'm going to come home. I'm going to work on the martial arts. I'm going to shoot video for Soke Onshu and our online ninjutsu dojo so I can be promoted within the Budo Ryukai. I'm going to do this. I'm going to read my lessons, and I'm going to do something positive in my life. I'm going to help my kids with their homework. I'm going to help my wife, whatever it is, or my husband, whatever you guys are doing. But you got to attack each day. Don't attack the day as I'm going to wake up, go to work, come home, and be a lazy fucking slob. Because you're going to go nowhere, right? Live your life. So I'm going to read these 5 lessons one more time. We're going to end the video real quick. Lesson number 1 from the teachings of Tempu Nakamura. The most important thing for a human being is not what is between his or her ears. It is what is in his or her heart. If the spirit is strong, one can accomplish anything. Number 2, you only live once. Keep yourself in the present. The past is gone and the future is unknown. Number 3, do not try to cut off all passions. Passions give birth to heroic activity. Fulfill your passion, and that will bring you bliss. Number 4, do not think of work, any work, as a duty. If it is a duty, it will become a burden. How do you turn a burden into pleasure? Live respectively, correctly, positively, and boldly. Number 5, when you rise in the morning, greet each day with vigor. During the day, refrain from thinking or saying, I'm confused, I'm weak, I'm sad, I need help. At night, before you sleep, release all thoughts of sadness, anger, or irritation. Think of pleasant things only. This is going to be today's lesson, philosophy lesson, and again, they're from Tempu Nakamura, and I read them from Budo Secrets by John Stevens. If you guys enjoyed this lesson and you guys are interested in authentic ninjutsu and classical samurai bujutsu, the martial arts of the ninja and samurai, please subscribe to my channel. If you guys would like to train in the martial arts of the ninja and samurai, check out our website at www.budoryuninjutsu.com. There we have a list of all of our schools, and if you don't live next to one of our schools, we do offer an online ninjutsu dojo where you can train with me via video training, kind of like you got this lesson today. Right, when you go to our website, don't forget that you guys can also click the donation tab, send us a few bucks. If you guys support the YouTube channel, that would be wonderful. And if you guys also click where it says Budo Store, you can see all of our products, our books, our videos, our downloads, weapons, and anything else that you need for the martial arts is right there in our store. So again, thank you guys very much for your love and support. I deeply appreciate it. And until next time, take care, be safe, and good luck in your journey of Budo. Bye.